Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Nelson Bulmash. I'm here to share a very exciting new technological development. I'm going to be demonstrating some uses of a new system put out by a company called ClearMind, and today we're going to be using their ClearMind Focus Unit. And what I'm going to do today, there are many uses of this system. We're going to use it to help someone, in this case my daughter, who is Ariel Bulmash. She's a 6-time national champion, 3-time world powerlifting champion. And we were doing a back workout the other day, and she was doing deadlift and shrugs with around 400 pounds. And she got a little bit of a strain here in her upper pec fibers, intercostal muscles, and shoulders. So what we're going to do to get her back on the page, and she'll be entering the national championships in October in powerlifting, we're going to demonstrate how to use this focus unit to quickly get her over her injury and get her back to lifting at full strength. How's it sound, Ariel?
Great.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing really well, thank you. Ariel, do me a favor, and I know you're a remarkable lifter. Let us know how does this feel after you strained it, so we can do kind of a before and after.
Slight tweak towards the inner center of my body.
Okay, towards the sternum, in other words, into
Yes.
here. Okay. And what happened? You were doing shrugs?
Yes, and I felt my collarbone log up and some of my intercostal muscles tightened up to compensate.
Are you having any trouble breathing?
Slightly.
Okay. Now, when this happened, what kind of pain did you have?
More of just like it tightened down.
Okay, so you don't feel like you tore anything.
No.
You just got like a cramp.
Yes.
In the muscles in this area of the upper chest.
Yes.
Right? Okay, very good. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause for a second. Now I'm going to set her up with the unit, and then we're going to come back and finish this video. So hold on, and we're going to do the before and after. For the second part of this, the second part is we want to demonstrate testing the shoulder to see which muscles are working, which muscles are not working, okay? All right, push up against me here and tell me if you have any pain.
Nope.
Right, and that was strong. Let's test some of the other muscles of the shoulder and of the back. Push against me here. Okay, so that's weak. Okay, relax here. Bring this by your side here. You're going to stabilize here. You're going to push out against me here. Okay, and do you feel that's weak too? You can push, but it's hard, right?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to now push this way. So keep the elbow tucked at the side. I'm going to push out. Good, that's strong. Do you feel that?
Yes.
Okay, now I'm going to come up here. I'm going to push this way. Good. That's actually quite weak. Could you tell?
Yeah.
All right. Now I'm going to put your arm back here. We're going to pull this back. Test your lat. Hold. I'm going to pull obliquely back here. Look at this. So really, there's a fair amount shut off in the shoulder and the upper chest. Let's do one more thing. I'm going to walk in front of the camera here. I'm going to have you put your thumb down. I'm going to stabilize this shoulder. I'm going to push out here. Look at that. See how weak that is?
Yeah.
Right? Now, going into a national championship competition, you do not want your shoulder and arm to be that weak, right?
No, definitely not.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. Now, this unit, as I mentioned, is called the ClearMind Focus Unit. What we're going to do is we're going to turn on sound at a particular frequency, and we're going to expose her eyes and therefore her brain to an LED readout of lights that are going to fire sequentially. And this is going to alter her afferent and efferent pathways. So her sensory and motor pathways are going to be favorably altered. When this test is done, or when this evaluation, when this process is done, we're going to find that she's going to experience far less pain in the shoulder and in the arm and in the chest, and will be much stronger than she currently is. Ariel, if you had to rate the pain when this happened yesterday, what would you say the pain level would be on a scale of 0 to 10? If 0 is no pain and 10 is a great deal of pain.
6.
Okay, very good, fair enough. You have a good idea what it felt like when we tested you, the strength of the muscles?
Just recently?
Just now?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So we're going to take this unit, Ariel, I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to do something interesting here. I'm going to turn it on here, we're going to push play here, and I'm going to turn the lights on. Okay, hang on a second here. We're going to start this over somehow. It went into a different program. All right, here we go. Now, I'm going to test her to see how intense the light should be and how intense the sound should be. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to test this arm, And hold, please. Does that feel considerably stronger?
Yes, it
You
does.
mind if we do a couple more tests?
No problem.
Okay, here we go. Now hold, push here. Tell me about that. How does that feel?
Much better than before.
Much better. Now, so we're going to keep the intensity, the light setting at that level. And it's very low. In her case, it's a 3. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the volume. So we're going to go to the volume setting. Can you hear that? Put that right on. And I'm sorry, it might be a little difficult to hear me.
Yes, I can hear it.
Okay. Now I'm going to test you. And hold. The sound is too loud, so it's weakening her. So we're going to turn the sound level down considerably. Let's test this. I'm going to step to the side. Hold. How does that feel?
Better.
Much stronger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do a few of the tests while we have the system on.
Okay.
I'm going to test your pec here. Keep your thumb down. I'm going to push out. Hold. Good. Very nice. I didn't do the bicep, but let's do it anyhow. Hold. Let's test the tricep. Good. Let's turn this over. Push down. Excellent. Medial delt. Hold. Good. Relax. Push out here. Push out here. Very nice. Let's do the lat and hold. Good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let her do a series of exercises so that we can alter the function of these muscles with more permanence. So here's what I want you to do, Ariel. I'd like you to do geometric shapes. For example, you could do the infinity sign. You could do letters of the alphabet with this arm and shoulder. Okay? Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Excellent. Please begin. Now, she can make large letters, she can make small letters. She can do the letters down here, she can do the letters here, she can do the letters above her head. What we want to do is we want to give new input to the brain so that the sensory input to the brain is favorably altered so that the motor function is strengthened. And as such, typically we find that the pain level the patient experiences dramatically declines. Now, it should be mentioned, this system can be used as a standalone system or it can be used along with chiropractic adjustments or chiropractic care. I'm a huge fan of coupling the two because I think the results are much more profound. All right, now why don't you take your hand and do a sequence of infinity pathways, right, with this arm, and do it at varying angles, meaning you can do it out in front of you, you can do it over your head, you can do it at your side, you can do it in front of you. Excellent. And don't make it hard, it doesn't have to be hard, it can be nice and easy. It's not intended to give the muscles per se a workout, it's meant to give the nervous system a bit of a workout. Good. Okay. Now what I'd like you to do is I'm going to hold this and I'm going to have you stand up. Okay, now I want you to face the camera and I want you to do the same kind of pattern. So perhaps you can stand here and do a figure 8 in front of you. We want to get lots of non-linear movement patterns. Good, you can make small infinity signs or other geometric patterns. You can make it large. It's really great to vary it in time and space, meaning have it in front of you, have it above you, have it below your waist in this case. Are you able to hear me okay?
Yes.
Talk to me, how does your shoulder feel now?
While I'm using the system, the pain goes away, and keeping it under motion, I also feel that the muscles don't feel strenuous, or the movement doesn't feel strenuous.
Okay, does it feel strained still?
No.
So you're saying it's not hard to do. Would it have been hard before I hooked up to the system?
Yes. While I'm on the system, the pain goes away.
Okay, so the pain goes away, and is it easier then for you to do the movements?
Yes.
Excellent. So we're back in the same testing session. What I want to do now is I want to get a really good idea as to how much her strength has improved with the muscles that were initially weak. Ariel, thank you for being such a trooper. What you, the viewing audience, really don't know, simply because you've probably not experienced this technology, is She has lights that are flashing. She has a pulsing sound. I'm asking her to do specific, intricate motion patterns with various parts of her body. In this case, her arm, her arm, excuse me, her shoulder, and then asking her questions. So she has a lot of stimulation, which for some people makes it difficult for them to talk. So you're being really amazing, and thank you for that. I appreciate that.
No problem.
So let's retest here. Let's see where she's at. So she's been doing this for about 10 or 15 minutes. Let's see what's weak here. Push up here. Okay, that feels still a little weaker than it should. Now, how do we know when she's had enough? Here's how, or what the appropriate amount is in a testing session. What I like to do is I like to be able to kinesiologically test. That means using muscle testing. I'm going to test the specific muscle group and find out how strong it is. Hold here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. She can hold it for 3 consecutive tests. I want her to be able to hold that muscle strong for 9 or 10 consecutive muscle tests. That means that we either have to do more of this during this session, or it means we may have to do some chiropractic adjustments to take her all the way so that this arm can handle that stress. Okay, let's do a couple more here. Hold here. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fantastic. That was a 0, it's a 7 now, much stronger. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Okay. Hold here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Very, very good. Let's do this one. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Let's do this one here. Let's test the lat. Keep your elbow locked. Hold. Okay, this one's really weak. So it's likely that I may have to do some chiropractic work, but let's not do that quite yet. All right, Ariel, I want you to push up against me here again. Okay, now I'm going to push you forward. Okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you, the very best that you can, to do an infinity wave with your shoulder. So you're shrugging with an infinity wave. The best that you can. I know it's a little bit awkward to do that with your shoulder. So begin, if you will, and do at least 10 or 15 consecutive infinity movements. Okay, good. Now push up against me here and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Excellent. See, do you see how much stronger you are now?
Yeah.
All right. Now, a moment ago, I mentioned that you want to do complex motion patterns. I'm going to try something different here. What I'm going to do, because her lat is so weak, and I know she doesn't have a tear of the lat, she may need an adjustment to activate fully the nerve that controls the latissimus dorsi muscle. But I want to try something. I'm actually going to do a linear sequence, which I don't typically do. Ariel, keep your elbow locked. I'm going to draw your arm out. You're going to bring it back. Ready? And hold. Ready? Resist me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A little bit more resistance. 9, 10, 11, 12. Now let her, I like to say let her bake for a second. Let's see what the nervous system does with that. You can pause it, Lainey, for a second. I did a specific exercise where I had her resist me under the influence of the LED sequencing of lights and the pulsing that she hears. Now let's see, we did that, had her go through, I think, 12 or 15 separate tests. Now I'm going to see how much stronger, if at all, the lat is. Ready? And hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How does that feel?
Wonderful.
It feels a whole lot better, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's test all of them now. I'm going to go in front here, put this down. This is a little awkward. We're going to test the pec and hold. How's that feel?
Better.
Okay. Push up here. Good. Very good. Now I'm going to push in here. Hold. Look at this. Look how strong that is. Isn't that amazing? Mm-hmm. All right, we're going to go here and hold. Good. And hold. Good. All right, let's do this one more time here. Ready? And hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep this tucked against your side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How's that feel?
Great.
Really good, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you feel like you're ready to go back in the gym?
Yes.
Good. So what we'll do is we'll take a couple days off And on Tuesday, today's Sunday, on Tuesday we're going to go back in and we'll train.
Okay.
Thank you very, very much for this. By the way, are there any questions that you have for me? Is there anything you need me to explain to you that the viewing audience may want to hear?
Yeah, how frequently should they use the technology?
That's a really great question. I would say it depends on what's going on. Now, you're in very good shape right now. You're obviously much stronger.
Yes.
What I would like to do is I would like to test you and have you do this since you did strain it. I'd like to do at least half a dozen and see how you do, because it does take time for this to fully heal. What the body is going to do here is it's going to change the sensory input to the brain and the rest of the nervous system, and then change the ability of the muscles to output, meaning they're going to be much stronger. What I'd like to do is have you come back in 2 days, really before your next workout session, and retest everything and make sure everything is on adequately. So with some people, it might be 1 or 2 sessions. With other people who have neurodegenerative diseases, who have had strokes, more serious neurological issues, it may take 20, 30, 40 sessions.
Okay.
Okay.
So do you recommend using the machine both before and after a workout?
I would say if you want to purchase one and do that, that would be very, very good. Or if you have a doctor, in this case you have me as your father to help you with this, we certainly can.
Okay. And it stimulates the brain to work better, but you stated earlier in a conversation that you can also do it before sleeping. Is that true?
Yeah, absolutely. What we're doing today is we're really focusing on improving motor function. So, for example, you strained yourself, you have a big performance coming up. We're trying to get your muscles, right, that were strained to heal as fast as possible, so that when you go to the national championships, you can put in the performance that really is befitting of who you are, right? Not go in injured with this upper trap, shoulder, and chest injury, right? That's going to dramatically decrease your ability to perform, right? Mm-hmm. So, with people, like I mentioned, who have neurodegenerative diseases, we have specific programs that we use to help them. If somebody has insomnia, we now have programs that we can use, and I used it yesterday, by the way. It worked very well. I woke up this morning, and it was morning, meaning I didn't do my typical wake up 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So there are lots of different applications. What we've done is just chosen one today for starters.
Okay.
Okay?
And also, lastly, because it helps get rid of the pain while I'm under the influence of the stimulation, you said that you can now do adjustments after?
Yes.
Yes. I forgot what I was going to say. Sorry, it's a lot of stimulation.
I know it is. I've done it. It's actually, once again, it can be difficult to even talk because you've got these flashing lights and a pulsing sound in your ears, so it's very distracting is what she's saying.
I remembered. Would you recommend people with injuries to use the system and then immediately get an adjustment after?
You know the answer to that, but of course, absolutely.
I like hearing you say that.
Yes. I'm a huge fan. As I mentioned, if money's an issue and somebody can only use this, they may. If you can do both, you always couple this with chiropractic. It is a magnificent marriage. Both help reinforce the other. So, fantastic question. So I would always choose to couple them. Absolutely.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Not that I can think of.
I'm sure you'll come up with some later. Thank you very much for joining us. I am Dr. Nelson Bulmash. This is my daughter, Ariel Bulmash. We'll be speaking with you again soon. Have a wonderful day.